Hello and welcome to The Epidemic. My name is Narb, and we are back with yet another installment of our How to Forge series. Today's episode is something that I've been waiting to upload for a while now, but now that we're finally in December, I think it's finally time to talk about it. This subject is so important that it will pretty much determine the outcome of Forge. And yes, I am indeed talking about the almighty and glorious file share. So without any further delay, let's get into it. Sometime here in December, Forge will be coming out, which is pretty exciting, and from what we've seen so far, it all looks pretty promising. But if you have any experience with Forge, you'd know that all of that means nothing if we can't download other people's maps. And lately, it's been pretty discouraging to know that 343 hasn't really commented at all about this. I do think it would be dumb to assume that they haven't acknowledged this, but if for some strange reason file share isn't included with the new Forge update, the entire Halo community is going to be impacted very intensely. We've seen it in the past two Halo titles where file share was pretty bad. This is a major influence on why the population went down, and as we all know, Halo 4 and MCC were massively hyped up, but they seem to be the main cause for the decrease in the population. Aside from file share, each game had its own problems, which of course didn't really help things at all. But what some people don't understand is that the forging community actually has a very large influence on the population. Not everyone is necessarily a forger, but most Halo players have a general interest in it, and if those players can't even download other people's maps, then they'll just move on to another game. Along with file share, file browser is just as important. The ability to just view, let's say, the 50 most downloaded maps of the month was a really cool feature. You could even see how many downloads each map would get, and it wasn't even limited to maps. There was also screenshots, which were also a pretty big thing as well. But the one thing that I really want back is the option to tag your maps and then filter your searches based on that. In the past, we would just have you guys tag your map to something like FMS, to abbreviate for Forge Map Submission, and once you did that, we could then just filter our search by that tag and then directly see the maps that were submitted to us. It was really simple, but of course they removed that, so we can't do it anymore. So if tagging is not included, we'll have to approach another method, and it'll probably be either by email or some sort of form, but I'm not really sure yet. I know it's kind of a lame way to do it, but it might be the only way, so hopefully, just maybe, it'll be included. Now here's what I don't want to hear from 343. If they do release Forge on time, but say that they're going to release file share in a later patch, I will be very upset. There really is no legitimate reason why they shouldn't be released together, and I already think it's bad enough that Forge wasn't included at the beginning of the game, so hopefully, once it does come out, it'll be done right. And please, by no means think that I'm trying to bash at 343. They had announced that they will be supporting Forge even after its release, so I do think that they're approaching this with the right mentality, and I doubt that they would forget file share again, but who knows. So I guess overall, file share is pretty important, and if we don't have it, things are gonna go downhill fairly quickly. We'll know soon enough of whether or not we get it, but I really hope that we do. I just think that it's important that all aspects of the community understand this, and then maybe together we can help push 343 to make the right move. Well, that's really all I wanted to go over, so again, like always, leave your own thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So thanks again for watching, like the video if you want to make me smile, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll be seeing you in the near future.